to Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that basketball analysis on analysisplayground.com and on YouTube. We're going to talk about the champions of Summer League, the Miami Heat. They finished 6-0 versus the tough Grizzlies, who are 5-1 after losing to the Heat tonight. They got off to a great start, both teams. Memphis outscored the Heat 25-24, then 32-30, and then 37-33. The Heat finally made a great attempt to try to win the game, 26-19 in the fourth quarter, which ended in a stalemate. But ultimately, the Heat come out on top with a 2-point victory over the Memphis Grizzlies, 120-118. It was a great game, just buckets going from both sides, fouls being called because they trying to stay in front of guys. They're trying to compete as much as they can to not let anything easy happen. Looks like an old school game with a modern touch because of the 3-point shots. And it was just a fun game to watch in general. Both teams was playing hard. Both teams was competing. Both teams made their run. The Heat was able to go on that 12-2 run to be able to give them a chance to win the championship. And ultimately, they was able to get it done. But some shots was made by Memphis too, by Scottie Pippen, that they could have got better opportunities and better looks, but I feel like they forced it up. And they had a lot of seconds on the shot clock on some of those shots in the last 3 minutes where they could have got something better than they ended up getting. And it just gave Miami more opportunities for them to be able to win the game. And that's not what you want to see when you lead 3 straight quarters and you're playing great basketball the whole way, and then you get a little stuck in the fourth quarter, and ultimately giving the team enough confidence and resiliency by being able to execute on you for that whole fourth quarter. Now we know what works against you. Now we know what works the whole game. Let us continue to implement that game plan, evolve it just enough in that fourth quarter and in overtime just to come out as winners. And the Heat had to be a little heartless too, because this is careers on the line, not just a game. This is people that got waived, and like Christopher did, and he was the MVP of this game, and now he wants more. And that's the hunger that you have to have, and this is the way that you have to play if you want to make it into the NBA. And I think that the Grizzlies did it too. And I just made a video yesterday showing you how much talent this Memphis Grizzlies team really does have. Even if they added some of these players to their bench in the NBA level, this is why the Zaire Williams move was made, because of this Gigi Jackson and Laravia and Scottie Pippen Jr. These guys play well. This team shot 51% from the field. This team shot 37% from three. The worst thing they did was shoot 67% from the free throw line, 25 or 37. But that was the worst thing you can say, is they couldn't make their free throws enough, and that probably was the difference. Outside of, to me, the personal fouls. The Miami Heat got 33 personal fouls, and they was able to convert really only 52% of them, but they shot 50% from three also, and that was a huge thing considering that they shot 59% from the field, which is just absolutely killing it offensively. And like I said, once they figured out what worked and what didn't work, the Heat just continued to do it the entire game, and they didn't really push on the brakes. They just kept letting it flow and letting it go and letting them things fly. And I feel like even that last shot, he just goes to the basket and does this push shot type of floater, and that was just the killer instinct. Let me break down the defense as quick as I can, attack as quick as I can, and make a basket. But when you look at the numbers, Jemison for the Memphis Grizzlies, we're going to go with them first. 8 points, -5 and ±5 personal foul, 1 turnover, 8 rebounds, 4 of them was offensive, 4 or 7 from the field. Wells, he had 8 points too, +5 and ±. He and Jemison had a lot of fouls, 11 total together, especially when you look at Laravia having an extra 4 and Pippen Jr. having 4 to himself, and they played the bulk of the minutes. You look at Jemison playing 36 minutes. You look at Wells playing 33 minutes. You look at Gigi Jackson playing 37 minutes, and Laravia 35 minutes. Scottie Pippen Jr. 36 minutes. This is a team that included overtime. They really relied heavy on their best players to try to bring home a championship that it looked like they seemed that they cared about coming out with the title, but only one team can win. Gigi Jackson did score 28 points, negative 8 plus minus, one personal foul, two turnovers, two steals, two assists, 9 rebounds. Three of them was offensive. He was 3 of 8 from the free throw line. You would like to see more, better free throw shooting there. 3 or 4 from three was really hot. It's funny how he made the threes, which are the tougher shots compared to the free throws. But he also shot a great 11 to 16 from the field, making the layups, making the dunks, making the perimeter shots, getting out in transition. It was just a great game overall for him. And then you look at LaRavia, a guy that we didn't really see being able to get 32 points, but he was able to get that done tonight in a losing effort, but it still was a great game that put him in position to possibly win. They just couldn't pull it off. I mean, they only lost by 2, like I said before. Negative 1 and plus minus, 4 personal fouls, 2 turnovers, 1 block, 1 steal, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. 4 of them was offensive, 7 to 9 from the free throw line, 3 of 8 from the 3-point line, 11 to 21 from the field. And then Scottie Pippen Jr., 29 points, plus 5 and plus minus 4 personal fouls. He did have 3 turnovers. That was team high, but that's a good thing if that's the highest turnovers you're going to get. 2 blocks along with 4 steals. He had 11 assists, so a 20 and 10 game, a double-double. 5 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive. 10 of 13 from the free throw line, 1 of 8 from the 3-point line, 9 of 24 from the field. He started missing shots later in the game, but other than that, he was highly impactful in his decision making, whether it was scoring or passing the entire game. But he just struggled bringing it home for the Memphis Grizzlies. He just couldn't make shots, and he kept forcing up shots and taking tough shots that ultimately he really didn't have to do. But they still had a chance to win it in overtime, and that's all you can ask for as a team. Allen, plus 2 and plus minus, zeros across the board after that. Pember, 1 point, plus 3 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls. He did contribute 1 block, 2 assists, 1 rebound, 1 or 2 from the free throw line. Miller gave you 8 points off the bench within 23 minutes, negative 10 and plus minus, 1 steal, 3 assists. 2 of them was offensive, 1 or 2 from the free throw line, 1 or 1 from 3, 3 or 5 from the field. Jararu, 4 points, negative 1 and plus minus, 2 personal foul, 1 turnover, 1 assist, 2 or 2 from the free throw line, 1 or 1 from the field. And I already went over their stats. Only thing I would say is they had 9 steals total, and they also had 4 blocks. And out of all the assists, they only had 23 as a team. Scottie Pippen Jr. had 11 of those, so almost half. Khalil Ware was a double-double tonight, 21 points, 10 rebounds, absolutely dominated inside the paint. Didn't really stray too much to the three-point line, only attempted 1, which he did miss. And he did make his shots at the free throw line, even in the clutch moments. You got to give him credit for doing that. 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 8 of 10 from the field. And he also had 1 block, 2 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, plus 7 and plus minus. You can say he definitely was the best big man in Summer League this year. He was all on the Summer League team, first team this year. So that just shows you the appreciation and how valuable he was to the Summer League team, winning the championship and being great the whole Summer League. He didn't really have any bad games in Summer League to me. And this is really dominant to get a double-double but have 20 points when you're always the screen setter. You always finding a way to get the guys open and still finding a way to get your scoring and protect the rim and closing the possession with a rebound. I got to give Khalil Ware a lot of love and a lot of praise for being a center that wasn't asking or demanding the ball but still having a dominant-like effect on the game. Larson, 16 points, plus 5 and plus minus, 5 personal fouls, 5 turnovers, 1 block, 1 steal, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, and 1 of 3 from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from 3, 7 to 9 from the field. Williams, 21 points, plus 9 and plus minus, 4 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 5 rebounds. 1 of them was offensive, 1 or 2 from the free throw line, 4 or 9 from the 3-point line. He was 8 of 16 from the field. Stevens, 4 points, plus 6 and plus minus, 6 personal fouls, 4 turnovers, 1 block, 6 assists, 2 of 4 from the field. Christopher, who was the MVP, 24 points tonight. That's game high for every team that played. Negative 4 and plus minus, 5 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, 3 steals, 1 assist, 4 rebounds, 6 of 10 from the 3-point line, 9 of 17 from the field. This is a great scoring game. He just knew how to get to his spots. He just knew how to get open, and he just knocked down his threes and finished as good as he could have. And I didn't really have much of complaint about, but he just missed some easy ones, and it happens. That's the only complaint, is that he missed some of the easy ones. But other than that, he was knocking things down and making plays happen, and he played a great game. He did foul a lot in this particular game, but it just shows you how much they wanted to win. Sacco, 3 points, plus 3 and plus minus 3 personal foul, 1 turnover, 1 block, 3 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 1 of 5 from the free throw line, 1 of 1 from the field. Washington, 2 points, -7 and plus minus 2 personal fouls, 1 offensive rebound, 1 total, that was only 1. 1 of 1 from the field. Pulling, 8 points, -7, 1 personal foul, 2 assists. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 1 from 3, 3 of 4 from the field. And Swidder, 19 points, plus 6 and plus minus, 2 personal foul, 1 block, 2 assists. 1 of them was offensive for the rebounds out of the 2. 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 5 of 8 from 3, 6 of 10 from the field. He was their best player off the bench. Was really a great difference maker tonight and kept them in the game when guys got tired, to give them that opportunity to close it out, which they ultimately did. And Daniels, 2 points, -8 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 2 steals, 6 assists, 2 rebounds. 1 of them was offensive, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 0 of 2 from 3, and 0 of 4 from the field. But the assists and the rebounds and the steals still made a great impact on the game and ultimately helped them win. In those 23 minutes that him and Swidder played, they were excellent, in their roles. And like I said, they did shoot well, 59% from the field and 50% from 3. They just didn't shoot well from the free throw line, even though they got there a bunch. But actually, the Grizzlies got there more with 37 attempts, and they only had 25. But what I will say is, even though the Heat fouled a lot with 33, and they also had the most turnovers, 16 turnovers, they did get 7 blocks, which was game high. They trailed in steals, but they did have more assists. They had less rebounds, and they just was able to, three-point shot can ultimately be the decider sometimes, because of those extra points that they score over the points that you can't score. And that was the biggest difference, with the three-point shooting and ability to stay hot, the entire game, and not have too much of a cool down like the Grizzlies did in the fourth quarter. And that allowed them to continue to play the same game they was playing the whole time, and that ultimately was game. That's how they wanted execution and knowing what to do and what not to do, and defending, even if it costs you a lot of fouls, still being able to have the confidence to come back down there and score, even if you're giving up points. And they was able to do that, especially in overtime, and they ultimately closed out the game with the victory. Other than that, I'm proud of Khalil Ware. He really was fun to see and fun to watch. Scottie Pippen Jr. had an excellent summer league. Mainly everybody on Memphis and Miami did an excellent job. And this was a great, fun game to watch. Summer league come to an end. And couldn't have asked for a better final, especially because it went all the way down to the wire. Big shots was made, highly crazy competitive play, and then it also goes into overtime and still stays close throughout the entire overtime. And it comes down to timeout after timeout, bucket after bucket, and they finally was able to say, we got to get these guys off the court so they can do something else. That's how much fun they was having, and that's how much they was competing for the victory tonight. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit the notification bell for more analysis. Since Summer League is over and the Olympics is almost over, make sure you watch some of my older videos in your free time, like y'all have been. But it is the perfect time to do it if you got more free time this summer, especially because basketball is out. But you still got me for that. So continue to support the channel the best way you can. And other than that, Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis, signing out.